You guys hear that? Is that jazz? You smell that? Is that beignets? I can almost hear the sound of beads flying in the distance. That's because it's time for Universal Mardi Gras. And I am taking you on a full guide for everything you can see at Universal Mardi Gras. Hey, first thing in the guide, guess what? This baby's free. Well, not free. You still have to pay for the park ticket, but if you're headed to Universal Studios, all the Mardi Gras festivities are included. This is not a separately ticketed event. It happens during your park day, and everything you're about to see is something you can do during your park day. 2026 Mardi Gras runs from February 7th to April 4th. That is a lot of good times to let roll. And I'm coming in the evening because we're having a Mardi Gras evening tonight, where we're gonna check out everything that you can see for Universal Mardi Gras. And I can already see some fun in the distance. You probably can't yet, but I'm seeing a lot of people on stilts. So the absolute main event of Mardi Gras is starting pretty soon. And that is why there are many stilt walkers just walking around in the street. A very tall gator, look at her gator arms, plus some royalty, it looks like, behind. Let's follow this little street party and just see where it's going. I think that's a good way to start. I like this Florida ibis. Look at that girl. Look at the birds. I love the birds. Happy Mardi Gras. It's so fun already. Yeah, the parade performers all come out into the street about an hour before the parade. So if you're wanting to get some really cool pictures, hang with them a bit, that's when you're gonna wanna be sort of hanging out in the general area of the parade route. Parade route is big. It runs all the way through Hollywood, then around up that main stretch through Minion Land, through New York, and then back down through Hollywood again. It is a long parade route. If you are towards the end of it, that parade is probably not getting to you for 30 minutes after it steps off. I can't wait. Brand new this year is also a new character walking around Mardi Gras who you might run into. His name is Prince Gator, and he's the son of King Gator, the parade float. And he is so cute. Universal throws a mean event. There are 3 major seasonal events at Universal during the year. You've probably heard of Halloween Horror Nights. That's probably the biggest, but it's also a separately ticketed event. Around Christmas, there's the holidays at Universal, which I adore. They rule, not separately ticketed, included in your visit. And then in the spring, late winter, early spring, Universal Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras has been getting more and more popular over the years, as well as bigger and bigger. Every year they're adding more, they're doing more for the event, and it is absolutely a reason to plan your trip to Universal this time of year. All the squirrels headed to Mardi Gras in a truck. I don't think Old Squirrel can drive a truck. I was hoping to catch up to this literal marching band that is hyping everybody up for the parade, but they are quite a bit ahead of me now. So instead, I think we are gonna take a look at the tribute store. One of my favorite things to do for any of those events I just listed at Universal. They also sometimes do a summer one. This is Tauntaun's Roadhouse, a fully themed, immersive Mardi Gras store experience. This will have all the Mardi Gras merch, as well as, like, if you want some souped up beads, they'll have souped up beads. The real reason I like to come to the merch store, because I'm not a big Mardi Gras merch girl, is because of the theming. Check it out in here. You step right into, like, sort of a speakeasy style, New Orleans, Big Easy sort of bar. Lots of posters on this bulletin board. You can always find some fun Easter eggs. Who keeps hiding the little skulls around the bar? Me. Well, stop. No. Gurg. Gurg is a llama. He's an Easter egg you'll always find in the tribute store, is Gurg the llama. You can also find a lot of Earl the squirrel, who was originally a Christmas icon, but he can be found in the tribute store all the time. Some schnapps. I picked the right time to come in here. There's nobody in here. The tribute store can get so busy. I just like the jazz playing. It's so chill and relaxed. Do not stare into the eyes of Magdoll. That's what I've been saying. Magdoll is in the ET ride. She's very scary. So it's good to know that they're finally telling people not to stare in her eyes. Phone is broken. Please don't ask. Sorry. Should I try to pick up the phone? You can't. This is so cool. Why is nobody in here? I cannot stress enough this is usually, like, slammed with people. Oh, that's a good shirt. Not as good as mine, which I'll show you guys in a bit, but good shirt. Check this guy out. He's a beignet, but he kind of just looks like a piece of butter. I love him dearly. I love the neon vibe on the merch this year. Kitchen this way. Kitchen's definitely this way. Oh, it smells like beignets. Yeah, it smells like, it's like one of those sweet treat bake candles. They have hot sauces. They have a Dracula hot sauce. I wasn't gonna buy anything, but, like, it's also garlic. I love garlic. I don't know, we might come back for the Dracula hot sauce. My general rule when shopping at the theme park, oh sorry, wait, hang on, POV, you're going through this beaded curtain. Ooh, I don't have any beads yet, we've got to fix that. Please stop taking the tiny babies there for kinky. That's funny. I have a bead in my hair still. This is so fun. I'm going to the back alley. We'd exit through the kitchen to the back alley. What? They're so cool. Look, a little rat and a crawfish hanging out. That's me and Emma. The back alley's the Big Easy, but with a little Mardi Gras magic going on. This is cool. This is cool. This is, I don't know if it's just because I've been here by myself, but this is one of the cooler tribute stores that I've seen in a while. There's band posters all through the alley. So cool. Like the stylized blacklight New Orleans. Now we're headed to the House of Tauntaun. Okay, I'm getting the vibes. Singing some voodoo magic, rattling bones. I like those guys. I want them on a shirt. Oh, we're in a graveyard. There's crawfish everywhere. Literally, there's crawfish everywhere. Oh, hang on, this is a good place for a pic. Fashion sits when you're gonna put it on the Ritz. Or Ritz in the movie. Thank you, Doctor. Coming right out to Earl the Squirrel's car. This is great. Okay, well, that was awesome. Tribute store open all day. It is just like a store, but the coolest store ever. Also, I didn't even clock this when I was walking in. You got this gas pump facade on the outside. It's a good vibe. It is a good vibe for Mardi Gras. You can see people are definitely staking out for the parade, but it's a weeknight, which means we don't have to be too wild about staking out for the parade. Pros and cons to coming to Mardi Gras on a weeknight. Pros, a little easier to get a spot for the parade. Lines are shorter, both for the rides and for anything Mardi Gras. It's easier to navigate Universal. Cons, no concert. One of the flagship things for Mardi Gras is their concert series. You wouldn't believe the artists they get to play here for Mardi Gras. Incredible artists. I'll tell you about some of them in just a minute, some that are here this year. But those concerts are on Saturdays. So for the full Mardi Gras experience, you want to be here on a Saturday. I think, though, we should look at a bit of the food. I'm tempted to go here to Ireland. And you're like, Quincy, why is there an Ireland booth? And I'll tell you, that's because Mardi Gras is a little bit of Universal's kind of food of the world festival, sort of similar to Epcot Food and Wine, because their food booths are inspired by carnivals from around the world. And they typically have over 50 food and drink items all around the festival. This stuff looks good, but I think we're gonna go more classic. It's Mardi Gras after all. We're gonna eat some Cajun food, some New Orleans food. So I'm gonna head over where I know that always is and hope that it's where I expect it to be. Yeah, there's tons of food booths at Mardi Gras, tons. And they're all inspired by the food of those carnival celebrations around the world. So you can really eat around the world at Universal Mardi Gras. Makes it quite a good time. Now I'm here for a night as we head over to find some Mardi Gras.
This guy stinks!
I am here for a Mardi Gras only night, which is awesome. And great, maybe if you're an annual pass holder. However, if you just happen to find out that you are visiting Universal during Mardi Gras, or if you intentionally visit during Mardi Gras, but you need to have your Universal Studios day as well, you can check out our Universal Mardi Gras Best Day Ever from last year, where we show how to have the perfect day at Universal Orlando with Mardi Gras included in that. Mardi Gras is different every year, so I got you on the new offerings, and the whole day is in last year's video, which should be popping up right here for you to click on, or maybe over here, I don't know, but one of those places. So typically you can find the classic Mardi Gras food over here in the New York section right by the park, beignets and king cake. Okay, that's sweets. That's a cute booth, it looks like a little gator. You'll be able to find a lot of variety of drinks at this bar. This is my preferred bar for events because it has some of the drinks from around. It usually has a couple of good draft beer options. Baked Cajun mac and cheese, fried oyster po' boy, fried green tomato po' boy. I mean, we're getting the baked Cajun mac and cheese, right? How are we not? And then I think we gotta get one of the frozen drinks. That's so New Orleans to me, is a frozen beverage. So I think I'm gonna grab a frozen drink from here, a baked Cajun mac and cheese from here, and we're gonna try it out. Okay, parade impending. So we've got quick movement here. Also, I've made a mistake that we're gonna have to rectify, but we'll get there. So first of all, Cajun baked mac and cheese. It looks really good. I'm curious about what makes a Cajun. I gotta get it in there. I gotta stop messing around. Dang. I'm very happy with the portion on this. The noodles are cavatappi, which is the king macaroni noodle, macaroni and cheese noodle. It's better than macaroni for macaroni and cheese. Cavatappi, mwah, I love it. Loaded up with cheese, and the cheese is kind of that crusty baked on top. It's not crispy. There's breadcrumbs, but the breadcrumbs aren't as baked in. It's kind of just that edges of baked mac and cheese across the entire top of the mac. I'd say the baked quality is missing a little something, but once you get into it, super cheesy, and it's got a little bit of a heat in sort of a, I think, a cumin-y kind of way. Lots of savory flavors going on, some very surprising flavors, and I was really shocked. There's, I believe, andouille sausage in here, and I was really shocked because there's celery, which celery on its own seems kind of boring in a dish, but it's an aromatic, so it actually changes the quality of a dish by quite a lot, and I was really shocked to see celery in this. It does have andouille sausage. It has Holy Trinity, and it's tossed in a spicy Cajun cream sauce with scallions. I'm impressed with this. I'm impressed with it. I do think that my classic mac and cheese lovers, you're gonna be a little thrown off. It's going a bit far afield of classic mac and cheese. Do I look insane in this lighting? I feel like maybe redhead, not suited to purple lighting. But we're invested now. My shirt looks kind of cool. It says I like my drinks like my parades over the top, and it has the Mardi Gras, Universal Mardi Gras King Gator, and it has this giant loaded Bloody Mary, which I have to get. And that's why I was saying I goofed because I already got a drink, but that's okay. It's Mardi Gras. We're letting the good times roll. So we'll get our loaded Bloody Mary too. But this is an AllEars.net shirt. You can get it on our merch store along with lots of other fun, unique theme park merch if you're an All Ears fan. I also got a drink. I did get one of the frozen ones. I went with the Canal Street Colada. Pineapple juice, lime juice, mango syrup, and cream of coconut. And with a lot of the Mardi Gras drinks, what's really cool is you can get them in the souvenir crew cup, of which they have 3 different options you can pick from. They have a yellow, a purple, and a green. I went with the yellow because it's my favorite color. All right, it's good. I was on the fence there. I was wavering. I thought maybe it was a little too strong, but it comes around at the end. Very acidic. Lots of acid in this. But it's definitely tasty. It's got, the rum is really prominent on the front end, which is when I was like, oh no, there's that overproof. But then the mango juice, especially, and the lime juice really helped to mellow it out. Definitely acidic, but very perfectly blended, very smoothly blended. Great daiquiri, honestly. It doesn't taste anything like a pina colada. I can barely taste the cream of coconut. If you get it in a souvenir cup, it's $16. If you get it as a single serve, it is $14. But if you get the souvenir cup, you can get your cup refilled for just $13. So you get $1 knocked off. Beer also, you get $1 knocked off with the souvenir cup. So I always recommend, if you're gonna get multiple drinks at Mardi Gras, or if you're coming multiple days, just grab the souvenir cup, because, you know, if it saves you $1 over time and you get a fun cup, why not? I'm gonna house this mac and cheese. I'm gonna tell you about a way at Mardi Gras, and we're gonna find a Bloody Mary. Break. Hey, I did not think that through because I still have an entire daiquiri. I can't get a Bloody Mary right now. I'll get a Bloody Mary later. I have 15 minutes before the parade starts. I want to be right at parade start because I like to catch it right when they're coming out. There's a good reason for that. The Mardi Gras parade is unique in that you could ride on it. Yes, you. 2 ways to do that. Either if you're an annual pass holder, you can book to ride on a float, or you can do the Universal Mardi Gras Ride and Dine, or you get a reservation at a table service restaurant and you get to ride on a Mardi Gras float. I have done this. It was so fun, like a silly amount of fun, because you get beads and you get to throw beads to the screaming throngs of people. It was a blast, a blast. I absolutely recommend doing it. The Ride and Dine experience includes like your dinner in a full like prefix package. If you do it as an annual pass holder, it's complimentary. You just have to make sure that you sign up, but it is cool. If you're at the beginning of the parade, usually people aren't stingy with the beads right at the beginning. They're excited. A lot of beads get thrown out. They might hit you in the face, but you'll get a lot of beads. A little later in the parade, people start to panic that they're going through their beads too fast, and they might be a little more stingy. And then at the end of the parade, they might run out. Hopefully not. Hopefully people ration their beads correctly. But anyway, I'm not risking it. I want a lot of beads. It's Mardi Gras, after all. Now, if you're familiar with New Orleans Mardi Gras, you might know that not everything about it is family friendly. That's not the case at Universal Orlando. Everything about Universal Orlando's Mardi Gras is made to be family friendly, just like the rest of the park. Okay, thank goodness we've identified the location of the Bloody Marys. They are where they always are, but in a different stand. This is cute. I love that they have their own little stand. You know what the little stand means? It means they're not going to take them away from me next year. I always fear that I'm going to come to a Mardi Gras and there's not going to be Bloody Marys. But I made a t-shirt with the Bloody Mary on it. Okay, it's like 8 minutes to parade time. I had to ask at the Bloody Mary booth what time they stopped serving, so I was so scared I'm going to miss the Bloody Mary. I'm not. Everything's fine. I just had to check. They stopped serving at the bars about 30 minutes prior to park close. So some of the bars will serve a little bit later than that, usually the bigger bars. But the little bars like the Bloody Mary bar, some of the food booths will start to close up a bit earlier. So I'm gonna go get my parade spot over there because that's where the parade kicks off. As you can see, it's a bit more crowded around the parade route. I can see the floats on the other side of that wall getting ready to come out. If you do have an annual pass or you are a Universal Visa card holder, there are designated viewing areas for you, so don't miss those. Makes it a bit easier to get a good spot for the parade. We are gonna head, I think, over here. I do want that like right at parade kickoff spot. Good beads, good beads. Stay with me. Good beads. You will get hit in the face. Beads. Bead collection begins. Ooh, I got more. There was a girl on the top who was trying to throw it to me, and she successfully threw it to me. That's my girl. I'm not even looking at the floats. I'm like so focused on catching the beads. The floats are great. The dances are kind of going crazy this year. Where did they find this many people to walk on stilts? Should I learn to walk on stilts? They're coming. The crawfish. They're so cutie. Looks a little bit like a bachelorette party. Yeah! Woo! It was Dionysus. Look at the Dionysus float. I'm gonna come out with a measly 3 beads. Don't fail me now. Please don't fail me now. Now's my POV. It's like an egregious amount of stilt walkers, right? Like a lot. Look, that's me. She also only has 3 strands. Glitter lipstick. I should get glitter lipstick. I'm in like a bead dead zone. They throw them in front of me or behind me. Never end. There's just yellow light. That's crazy. Yeah, there's just yellow light. Berries on their head. Yeah. Ab gators. Oh. Are you ready? You see him? You see him? Right in front of the King Gator's face. That was meant to be. I would have stopped trying. I got the best shot all the time. I just got hit in the head. My poor glasses. Hey, that parade rules. It's so much fun. Okay, my final count is 5. Not exactly a bead record. A little bit of craziness with my spot choice to keep moving, but the good news is I'm kind of following the parade. So the parade doesn't end for me. As you can see, this is sort of the centerpiece of Mardi Gras Universal. Huge floats that are actually made, I believe, in New Orleans by the same folks that make floats for Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Tons of people on the floats throwing tons of beads. I see this parade every year. I love this event. I'm seriously at this event all the time. The dancers this year, they were getting down, man. Like seriously, the dancing was awesome. And there were so many stilt walkers and they were all going in with the dancing. Just incredible. Incredible parade. Reason to come this time of year is the parade. The Christmas parade is also good, so is the summer parade. But this one's the most fun, I think. You actually can't stop dancing. I'm tired. I couldn't stop dancing. I got 5 beads. 5 beads. Where are they? I got 5 beads. All right. I had to sit for a second, let the parade clear, because I couldn't have them blocking my path to the very important Bloody Mary bar. I think I'm gonna go mild today because I don't think I'm in a spicy mood. I have a little acid reflux. Here's the deal. I got my Bloody Mary with my Jack Link's jerky in it. Not bad. I'm pretty excited about this, especially the pickle and the celery. And just in general, the Bloody Mary. Right now, I feel the urge to find a photo op. Take a picture with my Bloody Mary and my Bloody Mary Mardi Gras shirt. And I saw one earlier that I'm gonna go find. But I promised you I would tell you a way to save money, and I still haven't done it. Now I'm going to. When you are at Universal Mardi Gras, if you're planning on eating around the fest or going for multiple days, there is an offering called the Universal Mardi Gras Food and Beverage Card. This card, you pay $65 for, and it is a $75 value, and you can use it like a gift card at any of the Mardi Gras food and beverage stops. And if Mardi Gras ends before you finish using it, it never expires. It's just a regular gift card that you can use at any food and beverage locations all around Universal forever. So that's basically a free $10, which is great. And you can use it at any food and beverage location. If you're going to spend $75 on food, or really more than $65, as most people will, get this Mardi Gras food and beverage card. And there's an even better version of it for pass holders, where you pay more, but you get more of free money.
You want me to take a picture for you?
I would love that. Thank you so much. Here,
I get it.
Yeah, solo traveling.
No, I love that for you. It's kind of dark. Is it supposed to be?
Let me put on a flash.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that girl offered to take my picture because the selfie I was taking was not going to slay. I can drink my Bloody Mary, but I'm realizing that this whole time my brain's been computing the beef jerky stick as having a straw. Beef jerky sticks aren't hollow, so that's problematic. Go find a straw. And then I'm gonna tell you about the concerts because that's what would be happening if it were a Saturday. And it would certainly not be this empty in here. So on Saturdays, there are concerts on this big old outdoor stage that's right over here. And basically this whole area will be filled with people. You'll want to get there early. Heading to the earliest point of the parade and then going straight to the concert is not a bad idea. And yes, doing that even when the concert is at 8:30 and the parade is at 7, that can really get you a good spot, especially if it's an artist you're really excited about, which there might be, because you might be shocked by the kind of artists that this concert series has. You might see this year alone, RuPaul is doing a DJ set, BB Rexa is coming, the Bare Naked Ladies, the All-American Rejects. I'm so sorry, but I would lose my mind to see Gives You Hell live. Lose it. That all happens right here, and it's free. Huge names in like pop and electronic and rock right here, included in your park ticket. It's hard to beat that. You will deal with some crowds. Saturdays get busy. A lot of the locals, the annual pass holders, they come out for those concerts. So it gets busy, but that's pretty cool. Pretty cool part of Mardi Gras. One time, my brother and I were here during Mardi Gras with my parents. This was, I think, in like 2019. It's probably the first year of Mardi Gras. And we were just walking around and we like heard Love Shack playing like over the speakers. And we were like, it's a weird version of Love Shack. That's because it was live. It was the B-52s live singing Love Shack. We just had it, we just didn't know. So we were like, what a weird version of Love Shack. It was live. It was live Love Shack.
We'll do it live!
Now, as you can tell, the day is kind of waning in Universal Studios. Universal Studios is the hub for Mardi Gras, but Mardi Gras started to creep out of Universal Studios. You can certainly find some Mardi Gras food offerings around CityWalk and the hotels. So keep your eyes peeled for that on menus, especially if you're staying in a Universal hotel, so that the good times don't have to stop rolling. But you can also find maybe the second best experience of Mardi Gras. I'm like trying to think. Bloody Mary's third, parade is first. I think it's second. You can find it in CityWalk. Don't even need a park ticket for it. And we're gonna check that out after park close because it also stays open well after the parks close. Universal Studios is open till 9, but that's a little early to call Mardi Gras at night. So we won't be. We're headed to CityWalk to check out the second best thing in Mardi Gras. While I finish my Bloody Mary, there's some stuff we gotta talk about. For one, Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. Yeah, Universal announced a new roller coaster. Coming to Universal Orlando Resort in 2027, that's next year. Brand new Fast and Furious roller coaster. I'm super excited, especially because Rip Ride Rocket, not my favorite. Fast and Furious ride, also not my favorite. So replacing definitely Rip Ride Rocket, and I'm hoping the Fast and Furious ride is big for me. Now, the new Fast and Furious roller coaster that is coming soon over in Universal Studios Hollywood looks absolutely insanely intense. I don't know about that one, folks. So I wonder how intense this one is going to be. Of course, I'll be keeping you abreast of all the updates right here on AllEars. So you just stay tuned and I'll tell you everything about the family coaster. And another very important update for me personally, nothing is happening to the Revenge of the Mummy attraction, but they did announce the release date for the new Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz reprising their roles as Rick and Evie O'Connell. It is coming in May 2028. Y'all, I'm gonna be a mess in May 2028. I love The Mummy. It is easily in my top 10 movies of all time. I believe it's in my top 5. It was on my top 4 on Letterboxd. I bumped it for Poor Things, but honestly, sometimes I waver, and I almost want to say, sorry, Emma Stone and Yorgos Lanthimos. I have to get The Mummy back. I love The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, and I tolerate The Scorpion King as well. And anything else, I do not acknowledge. Okay, so you're at Universal Mardi Gras. The park is closing. The good times, they seem like they're slowing to a fault. I gotta stop saying different ways of let the good times roll. The bars are closing up. You maybe hop on your last ride. Maybe some random girl shouts at you about the new Mummy sequel, and you realize the vibes are that it's time to get out of the park. So you do. Where do you go? It's so early. It's only 9. And it feels like there could be a lot more fun had tonight. Well, that's where CityWalk comes in. CityWalk is Universal's shopping and dining district. It is located steps from Universal Studios and Universal Islands Adventure. In fact, if you're heading to either of those places, unless you were coming from Hard Rock Hotel, you are walking through CityWalk. If you park in the parking decks or get dropped off by an Uber or take a bus from Universal Hotel, you will be dropped off prior to security in CityWalk all the way on the other end of it and have to walk all the way through it to get to the parks If you are coming via boat or walking path, you'll come pretty close to the park gates, but still in CityWalk in most cases. So you'll definitely see it. And the Universal parks do tend to close while a lot of folks still have energy to have some fun. CityWalk tends to stay open until midnight on weeknights and 1 a.m. on weekends. Now, of course, just like the theme parks, those hours are subject to vary, but that is several more hours of shopping, dining, dancing if you want, drinking if you want, live band karaoke if you want, after the parks close. So you're gonna wanna know what's in CityWalk. We do have a video on the channel explaining everything there is to see and do in the shopping and dining area so you know your options. But right now, I'm gonna show you the stars of Mardi Gras that are located out there. I do think we're gonna need to stop at a Cola Freestyle machine first though. They have a Mardi Gras soda flavor. I fear it, to be honest. I fear it's gonna be a lot of purple dye, but we will try it for science and for le bon temps. All right, kids, welcome to CityWalk. We're stopping by the refreshed Coca-Cola stand because they have Coca-Cola Freestyle machines and we can get that Mardi Gras flavor. I do have my refillable cup. I activated it earlier, so, okay, I was scared. Oh no, it's grayed out. Why is it grayed out? Oh, well, okay. Let's see if it's grayed out if I put my cup on. I didn't plan for this or think it would happen. The Coca-Cola Freestyle machines in CityWalk are out of the sodas needed and also ice. And there's no other Coca-Cola Freestyle machines for the refillable cups in CityWalk. So I could probably, there's like 10 minutes left till the park actually closes. I could maybe make it, but I think that we'll just skip the Mardi Gras soda. I was dreading it anyway, to be honest. I'll find out what it is for you though. Okay, it was a Fanta Bayou Breeze. It was green and filled with Bayou water, probably. I don't know, probably not. They have it in zero sugar and regular. A special Fanta for Mardi Gras. Okay, let's have some fun in CityWalk. I'm upstairs in CityWalk. I went up the escalator to see what kind of stuff is going on. Now this one doesn't need to be on your list if you have access to it elsewhere, but I want to shout it out because it is a particularly good spot for Mardi Gras. Fat Tuesday. There's also a Fat Tuesday stand down by the water, but the Fat Tuesday up here is a little bit bigger. And this is a daiquiri bar, just like the Fat Tuesdays you can find in New Orleans. So it's just like an authentic New Orleans experience. I gotta say, I really recommend mixing the orange with the electric blue one. Really good stuff. Now we are 2 drinks deep. And one thing about a Universal cocktail is they pour them strong. So I think we might be calling it for the night on drinks. But that doesn't mean that we can't go have some fun at a surprising spot, Pat O'Brien's. So look for this giant hurricane glass. When you see a hurricane glass, you might think New Orleans. That's with good reason. Oh, is that Mardi Gras decor I see? It sure is. Pat O'Brien's is a pretty significant spot. We'll tell you why. The Pat O'Brien's was born as a speakeasy in New Orleans during the days of Prohibition. And of course, they go all out for Mardi Gras. Beautiful Mardi Gras garland and things like that. The bar, pretty lively even on a Tuesday night that I'm here. And then just a beautiful vibe all around. This is the room to be in though, because there's dueling pianos. This is a year-round offering, but they add a little bit of Mardi Gras flair around the holiday, which is very fun. The menu is a selection of New Orleans favorites, and therefore things that are pretty fitting for Mardi Gras. Hurricane and a souvenir glass is a great way to go. And they do take requests at the pianos. It's pretty cool. Now, the last spot is my favorite spot. It's called the Cursed Coconut Club. There is a bar at CityWalk called the Red Coconut Club, and they do a different themed vibe when Universal has their big events as well. So at Halloween Horror Nights, it's gonna be a spooky bar. At Mardi Gras, it's a cursed bar, also spooky, different spooky vibe. Now this year, the Cursed Coconut Club is the Salon du Samedi with cryptids, spirits, and a dive bar. Spirits is kind of a double meaning. Dive bar is funny. Bigfoot's in there. Now, as you can see, it is not open every night of the week. It's open Wednesdays through Sundays, and of course those hours can vary. But oh my gosh, look at that Bigfoot drawing. Very good. It's open Wednesdays through Sundays. Those hours can vary, but that is what to look out for it. And this bar is kind of like the tribute store, where even if you're not drinking, you want to go in and look around just for the theme. It is incredible. The theming is so cool at this every single year. As I'm talking, you can see a couple of years past. Just awesome. On top of that, pretty good bar, great drinks, and often you can find some incredible live entertainment as well. In the past, you might even have caught some performances by an AllEars friend stage. So Cursed Coconut Club, very cool, definitely a must if you happen to be here on a night that has it. Make sure to stop by the Cursed Coconut Club. And it does follow CityWalk's hours, so it's gonna be open way later than the parks. And that is a quick guide to Mardi Gras at Universal Orlando Resort. Remember, if you wanna see more of how that event works into a regular park day, check out our perfect day from last year. And hopefully this video helps you have the best time at Universal Mardi Gras, maybe helps you plan a trip to come during Universal Mardi Gras, or if you can't do either, lets you live a little vicariously through me. Thank you so much for watching. If you are still here, please like this video and drop this secret code in the comments so we know you made it all the way. Plus, don't forget to subscribe. We upload tips, games, and more from Universal and beyond all week because we are serious about fun. Laissez les bon temps rouler, baby. Happy Mardi Gras, King Gator, Prince Gator, Gator Gator, later Gator.